All right, we're going to talk about current electricity. I already went over this picture with you guys in class, but I'm going to go ahead and discuss it again here real quickly. Number one, in which circuit above will the lights shine the brightest? That's going to be the one where we have only one light bulb. Remember, we said that the more light bulbs or resistors that we add, then the lower the current is going to be. Okay, it's that concept that if you have a hairdryer that's turned on in another room, sometimes the lights in the house will dim a little bit. That's because they're on the same circuit. Okay, so the one that shines the brightest would be A. If one bulb burns out in circuit B, will the other bulbs stay lit? No. Sorry about that. My pen is not working. A for number one. If in B one of the lights goes out, will the other stay lit? No. If one bulb burns out in circuit C, will the other bulbs stay lit? No. You have to have a complete circuit, and if one bulb goes out or is removed, you no longer have a complete circuit. Okay? Even if this one goes out, if your current is going this way, and even if this is the last bulb to go out, these two are not going to light, even though they come first. If each bulb has a resistance of 2 ohms, ohms are just the units that we use for resistance, what is the total resistance of each circuit? All right, so for number one, we have one bulb, and if the bulb has 2 ohms of resistance, then circuit A would just have 2 ohms. Okay, for circuit B, that one would have 4 ohms. We're just going to add them together. 2 ohms plus 2 ohms gives us 4 ohms. And then circuit C would have 6 ohms. Okay, 2 plus 2 plus 2. We just add those together. What is the formula we use to calculate the amount of current in a circuit? So we use the formula voltage equals, okay, my phone decided to die there for a minute, so I'm just going to pick up where I left off. What is the formula we use to calculate the amount of current? It's V for voltage equals I for current. I know that doesn't make sense. And times R for resistance. So voltage equals current times resistance. Number 6. If each circuit has a voltage of 12 volts and each bulb has a resistance of 2 ohms, what is the current in each circuit? Okay, so for circuit A, it's going to be, let's see, we want the current. So we want to solve for I. So we're going to make a triangle. Okay, voltage equals current times resistance. So if we're going to solve for current, it's going to be voltage over resistance. So for A, we've got 12 volts, and just one light bulb times 2 ohms is going to be 6 amps for A. B is going to be 12 volts divided by 4 ohms, because we've got 2 bulbs at 2 bulbs at 2 ohms each gives us a total of 4. So that's going to be 3 amps. 12 divided by 4 is 3 amps. And then for C, I'm going to do this over here. C is going to be 12 volts divided by 2 for 6 ohms is going to give us 2 amps of current. See how the current goes down for each time we add another bulb. All right, number 7, in circuit B, if the total resistance is 5 ohms and the resistance of the first bulb is 2 ohms, what must the resistance of the second bulb be? So we have a total of 5, okay, and they tell us the first one is 2 ohms, so the second one must be 3 ohms. 5 minus 2 is 3. What must you have in order to make a complete series circuit? Well, we must have batteries or a power source. No power source, no circuit. We have to have a conductor or a wire. and usually some sort of a bulb or a resistor. Okay, or sometimes that'll be called a load, but we'll call it a bulb or a resistor. Okay, you don't need a switch to make a circuit. Sometimes they have them, but you don't have to have one. You must have a battery, you must have the wire, and then you usually have some sort of a bulb on there or a toaster or something. In circuit C, if each light bulb has a resistance of 3 ohms and the circuit has a current of 6 amps, what is the total voltage? So this time we're going to solve for voltage. Voltage equals, our total resistance would be 9, because we're looking at circuit C, and they said each bulb has a resistance of 3 ohms, 3, 6, 9. So my resistance is going to be 9. And my current is 6. So 9 times 6 is 54 volts. Okay, what happens to the current in a series circuit if the resistance is doubled and the voltage remains unchanged? Well, it would be half as much. Half as much. Okay, so we're adding more bulbs. Our current is reduced. Then we're going to talk about the parallel circuit very quickly. What is the advantage of using a parallel circuit? Well, we can have this light bulb go out and the current will still make a complete circuit for this bulb, and it will still make a complete circuit for this bulb. So one light can go out and the rest stay lit. Okay, they won't all go out when one goes out. As long as there's still a complete circuit, it will get power to it. A circuit that has only one pathway that electrons can flow is called a series circuit. That was what was on the first page there. And a circuit that has more than one pathway, like this one, is called a parallel circuit. Parallel circuit. These lines are in parallel. What direction will electrons always flow? From the negative side to the positive side. Why? Because electrons are negative and they're attracted to the positive. From the negative to the positive. All right, we'll talk about waves in the next video.